So today's story is going to be a thrilling story in 2025. In the beginning, we see a dangerous scene. Let's start with the main lead of our story, Mike, rock climbing without any support. He completes it and gets a lot of happiness from it. And then in the next scene, we see him with a psychiatrist. Mike tells him that he measured the hill without any support. And she was surprised to hear this, but she warns him that you shouldn't do all this. You are not feeling well. If something happens to you unknowingly, you will regret it forever. But Mike says that he is absolutely fine. In fact, years ago, his younger brother died in an accident. He was deeply shocked by this. That's why his doctor told him to go to the psychiatrist. But Mike thinks he is absolutely fit and fine. Meanwhile, miles away, we see a dangerous road in Nepal, on which a bus is heading towards its destination. There are some passengers in it who come in front of a truck due to being on Road 1. So the bus driver tells them to move back, but he seems to have come for the same purpose. He forcibly started pushing their bus as soon as he came to the side, so much that one of his tires slipped and the whole bus fell into the ravine, due to which all the passengers die a very painful death. And during this accident, we see a person talking on the phone. So it was not an accident, but a planning. But what will anyone get by killing those innocent people? On the other hand, when Mike is looking at his brother's last remaining belongings, he gets a note in which it was written that if he dies, then his ashes should be blown into the Himalayas, because that place is the most sacred for him. After reading this, Mike immediately booked a ticket to Kathmandu. That means we are going to see the rest of the story in Nepal. But before that, let's see what is really going on in Nepal. A person named Rudra, who tells the citizens there that he is going to build a very big dam with the government. But for that, he will have to remove all the houses and juggies around him. And for this, the locals there were not at all happy. Then a person named Ganesh Roy comes to calm them down, which helps a lot of people. He explained to everyone that if that dam is built, there will be electricity in everyone's homes. And it will be very beneficial in many other things. Stay very sacred for us, so we should keep it safe too. So don't worry, I take responsibility for all these things. No one will be harmed. If that dam is built, it will be very beneficial for all of us. Everyone agrees with him. Meanwhile, Ganesh's son comes running and tells him that Dadji's bus has fallen into a ravine, causing his death. Now listen to this, he immediately stops his speech in the middle. Here Micah has already boarded the plane, but even today she remembers that last moment with her brother when he dropped her for the last time. Actually, his brother was in the military and his dream was that he would go to see the Himalayan range. But while in the military, he could not do this work. And then one day, he was shot during a mission. Although he came back alive from there, but he died a few days later. His dream was incomplete, but now Micah has set out to fulfill his wishes. While landing, she meets a girl named Doni, who will guide him here. She tells him a lot about Nepal, and then both of them get on the bus, which will take them straight to Mount Everest. There were other people in this bus who were going there by truck. One of them had an argument with a girl named Doni because she threw her bag down. But the girl's father, who is known by the name of the professor, apologizes to him and ends the matter. In the meantime, we also see Vijay, who is Ganesh's son. He got a call from his father, who told him to go away from wherever he is, because now their lives are in danger.
Because the people who have stopped the work of the dam, they are now after them. They are looking for them and killing them. As soon as Vijay hears this, he goes on the bus to Everest. But he didn't notice that a girl named Saini and her people were watching him behind him, and they also took their step in that bus. And then after a while, they took the whole bus under their control. He threw everyone's phone out. Then he pointed his gun at the driver and said that now this bus will not go where it was going. Instead, tell him to take it to the way we told him to go. The driver is also scared. He did what he was saying. Donnie thought they were some local goons. That's why he told Mike that we have to do something. He was also ready. That's why he saw everything in the bus in great detail, during which he found a hole, in which he inserted this stick, which causes a tire puncture in the bus. Now Mike has changed his seat, and the environment of the bus also started to get strange. Donnie thought he should inform his people, but then Donnie attacks him, and Mike killed his companion and dropped him there. But Saini, Donnie is in danger. But on the important occasion, Mike killed him and made him unconscious. Now the bus is out of control and hanging from a trench, but nothing more happened. That's why everyone slowly got down. Then Mike's eyes fell on his brother's ashes, which is now in the bus. That's why he pulled it towards himself very easily. Everyone has come out now. But when he saw the police there, he felt a little strange because the police never come on time. So how did they come now? No one else called them. Anyway, now the officer examined everything and took Saini under his control. Vijay was unconscious, so they took him to a house, but they closed all the windows and doors of that house, which Mike did not like. Dhoni was applying ointment to Mike's wound. He told him that he was in the military before. That's why he knows how to move his hands and feet. Now they were talking to each other. That we notice one more thing in the meantime. Very few people live in this village, which Dhoni was also surprised to see. Then the professor told him that he has come here many times before. Actually, there is a land mafia called Hazar here, which wants to make a dam. The one who is building it on the ground is Vijay's grandfather, who was killed in a road accident a week ago. It is possible that that girl is one of the people of his gang. Meanwhile, a lot of cars started coming there. So the officer told all the passengers, "A new bus has been arranged for you. All of you can go to your destination in it, Professor." But the professor doesn't feel well. That's why he asked the officer about Vijay. He said that he is still unconscious. The officer is not answering any questions correctly. He's just saying one thing again and again, that your bus is ready, you can go. On the other hand, we see Hazar, who reaches Vijay from the back road. He said that he offered his father 1 crore for his land so that we can build a dam on it. But he refused. If you want his life to be saved, then tell me directly where he is. But Vijay refuses him. If he wants, he can take his life, but he will never tell his father's address. After hearing this, it seemed that Hazar's blood boiled, and that's why he starts giving him more pain. The driver and Mike together fixed the bus, and that's why they didn't need the other bus. In the meantime, the professor comes and tells Mike and the 2 people that he has been living here for a long time, and that's why he knows what is going on. He told about all the incidents, how the land mafia is occupying the land here. This time they tried to plunder Ganesh Roy's land because they want to build a dam on a company, which is not good for this village in the whole of Nepal, that Ganesh Roy's son, Vijay. Now they felt something was wrong. That's why they went to the officer. So they want to meet Vijay, but he clearly refused. That's when they heard a scream from inside, and hearing this, Mike doubted. He killed the officer and stopped inside, during which all the truth came in front of him, because Hazar was torturing Vijay there. Without time, he took everyone inside with a gun. Then the professor came and told Hazar that he is a human activist, and he knows what's going on here. That's why he has informed the American embassy that it will come here at any time. Hazar didn't like this, and that's why he shot him in front of his daughter and killed him. Then bullets started coming from both sides, and these people were successful in bringing Vijay out. But about the same bullet, Mike gets a bullet, but in time he caught the bus in the same hole. Driver Steve runs the bus at full speed, but those people were standing in front of him who shot him, because of which he was injured.
But in time, Mike also controlled the bus in his injured state. At the same gate, Dhoni is shooting at Hazar's people blindly, because of which they all move aside, and then these people immediately take the bus and run away. But now the game is ruined, because Hazar thinks that these passengers are not ordinary people. He will fool them and leave. They all went ahead of him, and that's why he put his men to work. And here, these people are moving ahead with the bus. But Kate was very sad when her father died. That's why Dhoni encourages her and tells her to fight for her life, not to hide like a coward. In the meantime, she saw the driver who was badly injured, although Dhoni puts ointment on his wounds. But he knew that his time had come. But he didn't want to die in his own bus. That's why he put him under the bus. He put him aside. But no one was going to leave him like that. But everyone lost in front of his stubbornness, and they moved on. Now the road ahead is very dangerous. It is not easy to drive the bus on it. But Mike was ready to do this because he has to go to the Chinese border from that road, where Vijay's father is still present. That's why Mike slowly started getting off the bus. But in the meantime, his engine stopped. That means the bus was in his hands. He had to show the direction of the bus, with which he is able in the beginning. But in the end, his balance mounts, which led to the bus going ahead and colliding with a stone and turned. Although no one gets much hurt in them. On the other hand, Hazar and his gang are moving towards them quickly. But on the way, they saw the driver injured. So he came to him and asked where the rest of the people went. He did not say anything in return, for which he died.
And on this side, these people fixed the bus with the help of some items found in the trench and straightened it. That means he is now able to walk. Meanwhile, Hazar receives a message from his father on Vijay's phone, who asks him where he just reached. Seeing this, Hazar replied to him and asked him his location. After finding out, he immediately sent a biker there. He got down on the hills and quickly reached there. When he went inside, there was a person sitting there, on whom he shot a lot. But actually it was not Ganesh, but someone else. And now he was able to think of something else ahead of him. Then there was a blast in the house, in which the biker also dies. After a while, these people also reached there. But now Vijay saw the burning house, so he got scared. But then his father came to the side. Seeing him, his life came to life. But in the meantime, Mike fainted there, that his wound has become very deep. That's why he was immediately brought inside. Then Ganesh told his daughter to get the first aid kit, and then Ganesh treated him. Here Hazar is going to the valley with his people, where he had repaired his bus. Then he got the news that his biker was blown up. That's why he told his people to go in different directions, so that if he is seen anywhere, he kills him there. Meanwhile, one of his companions said that it is possible that he is going near the border, which is not right for us. That's why we have to reach there before he reaches there. Now at night, Donnie took out Mike's bullets. But seeing this, the cat is very scared. What if something happens to him? But she explains that he is not going to die so easily. You go and get water. But as soon as she went out, a goon attacked her suddenly. But at the right time, Vijay killed her from behind and saved her life. After this, Donnie teaches the cat some tricks, so that at least he can protect himself. In the morning, Mike regained consciousness. But now a new problem in front of him. He had to go across the ditch, for which the bus had to be kept on the other side with the help of a crane. Ganesh takes responsibility for this and tells everyone to sit in the bus. But before the bus goes that way, thousands of people reach there. Ganesh faces them.
But in that he is killed. And after that, blind bullets start raining on the bus. That's why Mike himself comes out and starts giving headshots one by one. He kills them all. Then he jumps into the control room of the crane, but he sees Sammy there. There is a lot of fight between the two. At the same time, Mike throws him out. The game had become more serious at this time. In the meantime, the soldier fired a bazooka, which caught fire and hit a tunnel, from which it started falling. But before Mike leaves there, when the soldier's bullets ran out, he himself entered the bus, and whoever was coming in front of him, he was killing him. But no one gave up. Together, they fought him. Mike gave control of the bus to Vijay, and he himself started fighting that police officer who entered with the soldier. Now, first he killed him and threw him out. On the other hand, Donnie pierced the soldier's throat and threw him out, by which both of them are killed when they fall out. That means these people are safe now, but their bus is in a very bad condition. Mike says that there is one person left now, who was Azar, who was running with his car. Then these people came in front of him with their bus. Mike first saw in Azar's eyes, as if he was saying, "This is the revenge of all those people whom he killed." After that, he pushed his car and dropped it in the trench. After that, it was time for everyone to go. That's why these people said goodbye to each other. And before leaving, Mike wants to complete that work for which he had come here. He went to the base of Everest and melted his brother's ashes. He gave him salvation. Donnie took him to the airport. In fact, in the past few days, both of them have started loving each other. But no one had the courage to tell each other anything. Now it's time for the flight. That's why Mike hugs him and leaves. But after a while, he remembers what his brother said. Never live alone in life. Like we need ropes to climb mountains, in the same way, to live life happily, it is necessary to have the support of a partner. That's why when Mike came out, he saw that Donnie was stuck in traffic. But he saw him, and both of them expressed their love in each other's eyes, with whom this story ends here. How did you like the story? Do tell us by commenting. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.